Hey guys, welcome back to the last practice round for the Disc Golf Valley Players Tour, week 4. This time it's Lakeside again, which we had in the first week with the Royal bags. This time you're going in with the default bag, so you got a lot more control of what you're doing here. Probably going to see more aces because Lakeside has a lot of aceable holes than we saw in the first week. Hole 1, my ace run here is the top chevron just to the right of the basket and a 1 wind. So on this 2 wind, I'm going to go right on top of the basket. The accurate roll sapphire pulling straight back. Didn't quite get the turn on that, but that's okay. That's the idea of the ace run at it. Take that sapphire, top chevron on top of the basket, pull straight back, and hope that it goes in the basket there. You can play the wobble to increase your chances. My technique is usually just to line it up and with the chances, get lucky when it comes. Hole 2, this should be an eagle every time. Usually a glide roll ride. With this wind, I'm going to glide water skip so I can get a good ground play after it hits the ground and slide up there a little bit closer to the basket. If there's a big tailwind or right to left wind, this is something you're going to want to be thinking about going forehand. I'm going to show that forehand line no matter what the wind is on this next one to give you an idea here. If you're not already certain of it, yeah, I'll go forehand here anyway. It's not going to get as close to the basket, but you can get very easily under this tree. There's not a lot to worry about as far as getting under that tree if you aim down, even slightly. Might not even need to aim down at all. You can still get close to the basket up here. Even that headwind was able to get to 60 feet to get that throw in for one of the easier eagles you're going to run into in this game. Let's move on to hole 3. Hole 3. Here's the play. Accurate glide warship, a little bit of anhyzer on the pullback. Glide fuse will do it, a river will do it. Just get up here close to the island. My opinion that it's not worth running this basket in an event like this that matters, where every stroke matters. There's a chance if you want to get cheeky, let's see if I can get a 1 wind. Just show this one off, a 3 wind, so a 3 wind. Yeah, there's no chance of doing anything but a warship in the 3 wind. Anything that tries to run it with my typical line there is going to be going long. If I can get that 1 wind, I might see what mood I'm feeling in during the Players Tour. Not sure if I'm going to be feeling like running things, trying to get bonus strokes, or just being safe. Honestly, it's just a matter of what my feelings are like during the time. This is accurate roll musket, bottom chevron on the tip of the tree, and about a full disc of hyzer. Should give you a chance to get close to the basket. Nope, didn't go in there. But this is most of the time going to be staying safe in that 1 wind. If you have a 2 tailwind or worse, that's a good chance of going OB long off that backside. Let's move on to hole 4. Hole 4 is a glide roll rive on backhand. Aim pretty much straight at the basket. And with this 2 left to right wind, I'm going to go straight pullback and get up here for what is very clearly the easiest albatross in the game. So Lakeside definitely has some big score ability. You can expect a minus 14 or 15, maybe even something more coming in by some of the top guys who have the ace runs and bonus strokes to everything on here. But if you're playing Lakeside and getting more than 10 or 11, you're in a good shape. Here's 5. This has changed a lot since the water skip came into play. I slide left, aim down. You can see the middle chevron right on the shore. And the 1 wind, the pullback is here with a little bit of anhyzer. That 2 wind left to right, I'm going to go a little bit more anhyzer. And as long as you don't hit that big tree right there, you're going to be skipping up for another fairly easy eagle. If you have a headwind on this hole, don't even try it, in my opinion. It's definitely doable. You can get across, but I think it adds some unnecessary risk. So if you have a headwind or you don't have that glide water skip disc yet, I think the play is warship times 2. Accurate glide warship, get to the center island. You get right to the second patch of dark grass here on the left. You're in a good position. And then try and get the throw in eagle this way. Is it going to go first time? Oh, beautiful. I don't get that as often as that made it look easy. That's another option there. Just warship, break down the hole into 2 warships to get across. Eagle chance, but definitely a birdie. Here on 6, for me it's the accurate wind fuse, slide left, bottom chevron on the tip of the tree, and a bit of anhyzer there. This gives it a potential ace run. The power's right if it's a one wind, or power distance is right if it's a one wind, but at the very least it's going to be in here safe to get your birdie. A lot of Lakeside is going to be a take the safe ace run if you can. If you can't, just make sure you're at least getting the birdie. Lakeside is one you don't want to get par or worse ever on Lakeside. I'm going to take the warship across. I don't think it's going to be quite enough with that wind, but I'm getting here safe. My main ace line here is actually with the musket, but it doesn't work in a tailwind or that strong wind pushing the disc at any additional distance. Let's see if I can see one more to get a good chance at this. Hope the wind cooperates. There's some cooperative wind. So this one is the top chevron right on the edge of that log, and the pullback is a left side of the disc just barely showing. Should be able to get there, and close. Gave a little bit too much. This might have been a little bit risky. I don't want to be behind this tree, but I think I can throw under it and still get safely out there to get that birdie. As an ace run chance, an explorer or river is going to get there safely as well. Even the warship, as long as there's not a headwind, is going to be safely getting in there for the birdie. Trust would work, whatever your glide bid is. All right, here's a potential blow-up hole if you don't have a play. I take this top chevron and aim it down in the bottom right corner and pull straight back with that warship. This is not going to ace. I'm aiming too low to ace, and I'm not trying to ace because the ace brings in the possibility of skipping off that basket and going to B. Then you have, I think it's 137 feet from that drop zone. And I'm not even going to try to ace. I'll show you what the ace line looks like. It is the top chevron on the top of that far hillside instead. And it gets up here, might be able to go, exactly. I thought I was going to show you why you don't want to do that and skip off long. So that's a chance. Most of the time it stays safe, but it brings the possibility of skipping off that basket long. From there, you make the wind adjustments, and you're going to be on that little square island to take your birdie. Lakeside 9 is going to show us a tough wind here to start. I'm going to take the accurate wind musket to get across this. I'm going to snug up against that log, take just a little bit off it so I can get up there. That's a little bit leak left. Should that work? Yep, still works and gets close there. Now this is a tougher wind. If there's a neutral wind, I'm aiming the V at the top of the top chevron right at that rock and pulling straight back. I think that might work in this wind still and get up there. I like to actually kind of be in the trees a little bit to have a little bit more room for ground play, or maybe the trees slow it down, but this did work and got me close there to be able to take the eagle. This is going to be a lot of people eagling this. Versus week one, the Royal bags, a lot of people weren't because they didn't have that roll rive that they were used to. There was a play you can get up further to the right. I didn't mean to restart that. If you get further to the right there in order to make sure it slows down, come to the green a bit more. Getting back into Lakeside 9, I want to show you a little smoother one. Without that headwind, I feel confident taking the river across here, and that's going to snug up right against that log. And then throw into the green, again, is the glide roll rive. Make sure you're clear of obstructions in front of you. Aim down low and give it a little bit of hyzer. This is where I like to be a lot more than you saw in that first one, up here on the hillside, with trees and bushes in play. Just a little extra to help slow that down. And then you go and take that eagle. There's a water skip line off to the left. I tried it for a little bit. It's annoying to have to wait for the boat, and sometimes a little bit trickier, maybe just because I didn't learn it as much, but the possibility is there. This is the wind when I'm going to be taking that. So this is a glide water skip rive. You get wide around this tree and make sure I don't hyzer out early. And I was able to get there, and I'm going to have a good look coming into the green. I almost finished. Glad I did a little bit more to show you guys. And 355 with this wind, I'm going to go the glide roll rive. Again, up high, and make sure it's stopping there on the green for the eagle that way. That wind can be a bit tough. If you go the right route, it might push you off the backside, but the left route works well. Hope this video helps you save some strokes on the Player Store. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of these videos, and good luck with your rounds. Stay bogey free.